As the football world turns its gaze to Munich, excitement is palpable ahead of the UEFA Champions League final where Paris Saint-Germain PSG faces off against Inter Milan. Scheduled for May 31, 2025 at 8 p.m. British Summer Time in the Allianz Arena, rebranded for the occasion as Munich Football Arena, this match is not just a contest of skill on the pitch but a clash of aspirations steeped in history. Both teams have taken markedly different paths to reach this final. Inter Milan, the first team to secure their place, did so through a thrilling semi-final victory over Barcelona, edging them out with a staggering 7-6 aggregate score in what has been dubbed the greatest ever Champions League tie. PSG followed suit, overcoming Arsenal with a 3-1 aggregate win. For PSG, this match represents a chance to rewrite their history. The club has never won the Champions League, having reached the final previously in 2020 but falling short against Bayern Munich. In contrast, Inter Milan boasts a storied legacy in the competition, having lifted the trophy 3 times: 1964, 1965, 2010 and finishing as runners-up on 3 occasions. The stakes are high not only for the prestige of European football but also for the financial windfall that accompanies success. The winning team will pocket £21.5 million while the runner-up will receive £15.9 million, a significant boost considering the overall prize pool for this season has surged to £2.06 billion due to a recent revamp in the competition format. PSG's coach Luis Enrique has urged his players to seize this moment and etch their names into the club's history. He remarked, "There's only one match left. There are only 2 teams left in the Champions League. Inter and us. We need to finish the job because our aim is to go down in history." In terms of match preparation, the teams have faced their own unique challenges throughout the tournament. PSG's journey through the league phase was fraught with difficulties, finishing 15th in their group with only 13 points. They needed to rally in their last 3 league matches to qualify for the knockout stage, where they overcame notable opponents such as Liverpool and Arsenal en route to the final. Enrique reflected on the tumultuous campaign, stating, "If we analyze everything that's happened in the Champions League this season, it would make a great thriller or horror film." On the other hand, Inter Milan has showcased remarkable consistency, finishing 4th in their league phase with 19 points and displaying a robust defense that has made their home ground a formidable fortress. Since 2022, they have not lost a Champions League match at the Giuseppe Meazza, a streak that highlights their defensive prowess. The team's recent performances have solidified their reputation as a European powerhouse, with notable victories against teams like Bayern Munich and Arsenal. As fans prepare for the big match, they will have multiple viewing options. In the UK, TNT Sports 1 will provide live coverage starting from 6 p.m. featuring expert analysis from former players like Karen Carney and Rio Ferdinand. Additionally, viewers can stream the final for free on Discovery Plus provided they register for an account. Adding to the spectacle of the final, rock band Linkin Park is set to perform before the match, promising an electrifying atmosphere that will resonate with fans both in the stadium and at home. As anticipation builds, the question remains, which team will rise to the occasion and claim the coveted title of champions of Europe? With both PSG and Inter Milan boasting talent and determination, fans can expect a thrilling encounter that could go down in Champions League lore. As the whistle prepares to blow and the players take their positions, all eyes will be on Munich, where history and glory await the victor of this monumental clash. As the dust settles on another exhilarating Premier League season, the focus shifts to the upcoming transfer window, where clubs will be strategizing not only for player acquisitions but also to navigate the increasingly complex landscape of financial regulations. With the stakes higher than ever, the profit and sustainability rules (PSR) have emerged as a crucial factor in determining which clubs can spend freely and which must tread cautiously. Recent analyses have shed light on the varying financial landscapes of the league's 20 clubs, offering insights into who has the financial flexibility to strengthen their squads and who faces potential hurdles. The transfer window is now officially open, carrying a significant weight as clubs prepare for the 2025-26 season. With the recent completion of the Championship playoff final, Sunderland has secured its spot in the Premier League, completing the roster of clubs ready to engage in the summer transfer market. However, as clubs eye new signings, the upcoming June 30th deadline looms large. This date marks the conclusion of the 2024-25 accounting period for most Premier League teams, a critical moment that dictates their financial standings and consequently their transfer activities. The intricate relationship between football finance and on-pitch performance can often be perplexing. The PSR aims to ensure that clubs operate within sustainable financial limits, restricting how much they can lose over a 3-year period. As clubs approach the June 30th deadline, many are expected to engage in last-minute deals to avoid breaching these regulations, reminiscent of the frenzied activity seen in previous transfer windows. Recent evaluations suggest that only a handful of clubs are currently in a precarious financial position. Arsenal, for example, is projected to have a pre-tax loss limit of £97 million for the 2024-25 season, which, despite their recent spending, positions them comfortably within compliance. With Champions League revenue in the region of £100 million, Arsenal should have few worries about meeting PSR requirements this summer, noted Chris Weatherspoon, a financial analyst closely following the league's fiscal dynamics. In stark contrast, Aston Villa finds itself on the brink of financial strain with an estimated allowable loss limit of just £15 million. The club's significant combined losses in recent years prompt concerns regarding their ability to navigate the upcoming season without further divesting key players. As Weatherspoon pointed out, Villa will need to be active sellers this month to maintain compliance with the Premier League's financial rules. Bournemouth has also faced challenges, having only recently benefited from a loan write-off that allowed for previous spending. Their estimated loss limit of £35 million for the upcoming season reflects a delicate balance between ambitious acquisition plans and the necessity to remain within the financial regulations. However, the club appears to have found a silver lining, with substantial profits from player sales easing their path forward. Clubs like Brentford and Brighton and Hove Albion present contrasting narratives. Brentford, after a slight dip into the red, is expected to remain compliant with a projected loss limit of £58 million. Meanwhile, Brighton, having posted impressive profits over the past 2 seasons, could tolerate a staggering loss of £295 million without incurring PSR penalties, thanks to their prudent financial management. Notably, Chelsea's financial maneuvers have sparked debate, particularly around their use of intragroup sales to bolster their financial standing. Despite a significant overall loss, they could still operate within the bounds of the PSR with an allowable loss limit of £300 million. However, their ongoing negotiations with UEFA regarding previous breaches hint at a more complicated financial landscape ahead. As the transfer window progresses, clubs like Manchester City and Liverpool also reflect varying levels of financial health. City, with a robust profit margin, finds itself comfortably within compliance, while Liverpool, having recorded their worst pre-tax result in years, must tread carefully with a projected loss limit of £75 million. Meanwhile, Everton's recent financial issues highlight the precarious nature of club finances as they navigate a delicate path toward compliance post-takeover. As the end of June approaches, many clubs will be scrutinizing their financial positions closely, with some needing to make difficult decisions regarding player sales to ensure compliance with PSR regulations. The interplay of financial strategy and player acquisitions will undoubtedly shape the competitive landscape of the Premier League in the coming season. Looking ahead, the implications of this summer's transfer activities and financial maneuvers will resonate far beyond the immediate term. Clubs that can adeptly balance ambition with fiscal responsibility may find themselves not only competing effectively on the pitch but also forging a sustainable path in an increasingly competitive and financially regulated environment. As the dust settles on this summer's transfer window, it will be intriguing to see how these financial narratives unfold and the impact they will have on the Premier League's next chapter. As the Serie A season draws to a close, the race for the title has become increasingly intense, with both Inter Milan and Napoli neck and neck at the top of the table. With each team accruing 71 points, the prospect of a one-off final to determine the champion looms larger than ever. According to the latest reports from Corriere dello Sport, if the two clubs finish the season level on points, they will face each other in a playoff match at the iconic San Siro, Inter's home ground. This potential showdown marks a significant change in the league's regulations, which shifted following the tightly contested 2021-22 season. The new rule was introduced after a dramatic title race that saw Inter and AC Milan battle it out until the final moments. Now, if teams finish on equal footing, a playoff will serve as the ultimate decider for the coveted Scudetto. This rule has already been tested in the relegation battle, where Hellas Verona triumphed over Spezia in a playoff at the end of the 2022-23 season, but this year could see the first ever title-deciding match of its kind. Recent match results have only heightened the excitement surrounding the title race. Inter suffered a disappointing 1-0 defeat to Bologna, their fourth loss this season, while Napoli secured a vital 1-0 victory against Monza. As both teams remain on equal points, the title race is tighter than ever, with head-to-head records and goal difference becoming secondary factors in determining the winner should they finish the season tied. The implications of this potential playoff extend beyond just the immediate title race. With the season nearing its end, the landscape of Serie A is poised for significant changes. 5 of the league's top 10 teams have already parted ways with their managers, and more changes are anticipated as clubs reassess their strategies for the upcoming season. Juventus, for instance, remains uncertain about the future of manager Igor Tudor, while Como's Cesc Fabregas is drawing attention from larger clubs including Inter, which is in search of a new coach following Simone Inzaghi's struggles this season. This season has been especially memorable for Napoli, who are vying for their fourth Scudetto under the management of Antonio Conte. They have not only regained competitive strength but also emerged as a vital force in the league. The rise of players like Scott McTominay, who has been instrumental in Napoli's success, further underscores the shifting dynamics of Serie A. McTominay's contributions have been highlighted as he not only became the league's most valuable player but also scored crucial goals that helped secure victories in tightly contested matches. Looking ahead, the possibility of a playoff for the title signifies a new chapter in Serie A's storied history. The league's efforts to enhance competitiveness and maintain viewer interest are evident, and with clubs like Inter and Napoli leading the charge, the excitement surrounding the league is palpable. As the final weeks of the season unfold, fans will be eagerly watching to see if the drama culminates in a historic title-deciding match, potentially reshaping the future of Serie A and reigniting its prominence on the global football stage.